Yo, what is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another video. My name is Charles. Today we're going to be doing recent pickups. There's a lot of stuff I picked up recently, stuff for the house, also just clothing and different items like that. And I'll talk about the stuff that I picked up for the house towards the end of the video. Let's just get right into it. I picked up so much stuff recently that there's tons to talk about, so we're gonna try and fly through it here. The first item I'm actually wearing on my head. I realized recently that I don't own a black cap, and that kind of shocked me. So I was like, okay, I need to get a black cap. Now, I really love my ALD cap that I have in Navy, and I was like, you know what, let's look and see if they have a black option, and they did. So I ended up picking this up from ALD. You can see you got the ALD scripture there on the side, and then just the Yankees logo on the front. There's nothing special about this hat in terms of fit or anything, but I like it for me. It's exactly what I was looking for, so I went ahead and I picked this one up. All right, so I've picked up 5 pairs of shoes. One of them is actually on the way, and that is a Nike Vomero 18 in the teal colorway. I got these for running. I tried them on in the store, and I felt like they were really good for my feet, surprisingly, considering how wide my feet are. So I picked them up in the teal color. The unfortunate thing is I had to buy them off of like StockX because they don't have the blue color available anywhere, and they're regular $190 in stores. I could have got the green, but I don't really like green, and I had to pay $350, which is actually ridiculous, just to get my hands on the blue ones because they're sold out everywhere. But I was really keen on it. I thought about it for like 8 hours before I did it, and then I was like, all right, let's do it. And I feel good about it. So those are on the way. But speaking of blue shoes, I also got these Puma Kings. These are Kid Super and Puma collab piece. They are so sick in every single way, and these are such a me sneaker. Blue and pink are my favorite colors, as you can tell. So I was really excited to receive these. Also, the sole is really beautiful. I'm going to Florida. My parents' family owns a condo there, and these will be coming with me to Florida. These are like gonna be my casual, just chill Florida sneakers. I absolutely love them. I love how bright they are. I love how colorful they are. And I'm super stoked to have them. These were sent to me from Puma, so I did not buy them, but I would. 100%. I love these things so much. Another pair of shoes from Puma are these crazy Puma and Formula One collab. This is the Formula One logo here on the back, and it's got this like pearlescent purple color with this beautiful like lime green. And they're like a black shoe, I guess, but they're also kind of like bright in a way. So it doesn't feel like too dark of a shoe. These are really fun, and I'm actually gonna bring these with me on our trip as well. The only thing that bugs me, and I'm gonna be like brutally honest here with Puma, is the sizing, man. They need to get their shit together because this is a 10.5 and this is a 10.5. This feels like it's a half size too big. This feels like it's a full size too small. And the same is true with the Puma Palermos, the Puma Speedcats, the Puma Mostros. Every single shoe you buy from Puma is hands down gonna be a different size on you. You must try them on in person, and in some cases you have to fluctuate an entire size in either direction. The consistency is just not there, and it drives me nuts. Keep that in mind if you're shopping Puma. I'm a huge Puma fan. Honestly, I have tons of their shoes. I was Converse growing up, and now I'm definitely Puma, although I still love a Chuck 70 high top. I think it's one of the best silhouettes of all time. Puma is definitely my brand. I just wanna warn you, if you're gonna buy Puma, do your research, try them on, because they're probably not gonna fit you. I'm a size 10, by the way, so 10.5, 10.5, both completely different sizes on my feet. It's mind-blowing, it makes no sense. All right, now I picked up a pair of running shoes because I plan to be shirtless and running every single day in Florida and getting in shape and getting a tan. So I actually purchased a second pair of running shoes. These are something I tried on, and I instantly was like, wait, these are great. So just in case my other ones don't come, I can have these, but also if my other ones arrive, now I have 2 different pairs of shoes. The other ones are more of like a daily trainer, and then these ones will be more of like those times I'm trying to push myself and get a good pace, or if I'm running a race, or if I'm just running with my friends who are way faster than me. And these are the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2s. They have this beautiful design. Like, these are actually the sickest shoes I've ever seen, I think. Like, look at this. And they also have a carbon plate in the sole here. So this just adds a little bit of spring to your step and will definitely improve your time. There's an integrated tongue, so they're super breathable, and apparently they're a really fast shoe. These are the softest thing I've ever worn in my life. Never even knew this was possible. Like, this thing is just so squishy, and I'm just using my thumb. Like, imagine when my entire body weight is on here. I love the way they look, and I actually can't wait to start running in these. So I'll probably put them to the test on one of the nicer days here, but I will be packing these for my trip because I want to get some good exercise in. I also picked up 2 pairs of running socks. These aren't necessary, but I'm slowly starting to add running socks to my rotation just because I'm sick of using regular socks. So these are the brand that I decided to purchase. I just picked the cheapest one on the shelf. I got white, I got black, nothing special there. And before we move on, I just want to thank today's video sponsor, Skims.
Now, Skims is a brand that we all know. You may have heard about them from your female friends who consistently rave about their products, and maybe you didn't know that they actually have men's products as well. If you've watched my videos, you probably realize that I'm an extremely picky person, and everything that I do and everything that I wear has to be near perfect for me to be satisfied. I feel like I'm always finding flaws in things, but I have to say, as far as underwear goes, these are fantastic. So I picked up the 3-inch boxer briefs in the cotton fabric and in the spandex fabric. I wanted to test them both. Now, I don't have to talk about both of these, but I will give you my thoughts on each. And essentially, I think they're both amazing. So the pair that's made with the stretch fabric is extremely lightweight, and it feels like it's not even there when you're wearing them. Honestly, they're really, really comfortable, really lightweight, and really breathable. I would say the cotton pair you actually notice when you have them on, but in a good way. It holds everything tight and in place, and they don't really ride up that much. I love how soft they are as well. They're extremely comfortable to wear. I think these are the ones that I would reach for if I was going out to like an event or I was dressing a little more elevated, and I just want everything in its place, everything to be, you know, nice and cozy. They have an amazing elasticity to them as well, so they don't lose their shape, and I find them really soft to the touch. They both feel amazing to wear, and stylistically they're very similar, but I love the design of the cotton ones. How it's extremely minimal with this Skims badge right on the front in the center. I think that is very chic, and I like the way it looks. Something that drives me insane with underwear is when the tags become itchy. These ones do come with a tag, and I don't find it itchy whatsoever, but they're also extremely easy to remove in a way that doesn't leave any of the tag behind, so you don't feel itchy even after the tag is removed. These are now a new staple in my wardrobe. If you want to pick some up for yourself, there is a link on the screen. Please make sure to let them know that I sent you by selecting YouTube in the survey and then my channel from the drop down menu. Skims is the official underwear partner of the NBA, WNBA, and USA Basketball. Happy shopping. Now let's get back to the video.
While we're on the topic of running, I also picked up these running tights. These are from Black Toe, and I guess they're a collab with Black Toe and New Balance. If you're not familiar, Black Toe is a running store here in Toronto. So what I love about them is they have this pocket for your phone on either side. This was a non-negotiable for me when I was looking for shorts because I hate carrying my phone in my hand. They also have this zip pocket here at the back, and then these 2 accessory pockets on either side for, I don't know, what I imagine marathon runners would use to put in like their goop packs and stuff. I probably won't be using them, but it's nice to know that you have it. So pick these up because I want a couple options. Real quick, I've never owned good workout clothes before. I'm like a man in the fashion space who loves to look good and loves to dress well and express myself through clothes. But when I go to the gym, I wear the same bleach-stained sweatpants from the first Charles McKenzie collection ever, and I wear whatever baggy, ratty t-shirt I have on hand and a shitty pair of Converse with holes in them. That's what I've been working out in for years. And I've never thought about like trying to look good at the gym. And running is the exact same. I have a pair of Under Armour shorts that are too long that I actually also use as my bathing suit. It's my only bathing suit and my only shorts. I use them for both. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just like try a little bit, spend some money and get some nice looking stuff. Something I've never done before, and I'm ready to look good while I'm training. So let me know down below if you have any recommendations of workout clothes that maybe I should check out. I actually also bought running shorts with a 5-inch inseam and a nice liner on them from ASRV. They are on their way as well. I think they look sick and I'm excited to try them. I also picked up this quarter zip from ALO or Aloe, and this is a really cool piece. Now I'm partial to tracksuits. My dad growing up used to wear tracksuits all the time and jeans. It's gonna be a big part of my brand moving forward because I've always like grown up around that and it's part of my identity. So when I saw this, I had to have it. It's just this beautiful quarter zip from ALO, and it's got just a couple pockets here on either side, and you can also cinch the waist. This is perfect for running on those rainier days or those windy days or just those cooler days in general when I don't want to run without a shirt on. So I was like, all right, I'll pick this up. I also like love styling this thing casually. So you'll probably see me wearing this in a casual way as well because I just love the way it looks. So I had to pick that one up because I thought it was super sick. All right, so I went to an event for the fragrance brand, The Maker, and they sent me home with 2 fragrances. I got to choose from their entire line which ones were my favorite. So I ended up choosing Naked, which is this one here. And I thought my girlfriend would love this one. And I also chose Stag, which is kind of more for me, but they're both unisex and they're both honestly perfect. So Naked almost smells like nothing, which is really cool. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to describe this fragrance. This is like, it's soft, it's ethereal, it's airy, subtly salty or dirty maybe, subtly, and that's it. That's almost it. I like it. It's like a skin scent for sure. It definitely doesn't, it almost just smells like skin in a way. Like it almost doesn't, it's not trying to be anything more than that. There's like almost nothing here, but it's a nice light fragrance. You just put it on, like, I don't know, like in the summer, spring, I'm sure this is perfect. This is just like a really cool, unique fragrance. Probably great for layering, also probably great just those days you want to be more subtle and subdued. Yeah, this one's tough for me to describe, so let me know what you think down below. On the box it says, notes of erotic passiflora, arousing white musk, and wet wild orris. So sure, whatever they say. White musk, I think, yeah, I get that. And the wet part, I kind of get that too. So that's Naked. And then this one is called Stag. And for those who don't know, the maker is actually a hotel and they make their own fragrances. And I believe the owner is just a very passionate storyteller. So every sort of fragrance is tied to an experience that can happen inside of a hotel. And they romanticize the whole thing and it's really, really cool. So this one smells good, man. This one smells like, oh, I just got a little bit of pineapple. That's weird. So they call it a rich woody scent featuring notes of seductive agarwood, magnetic Palo Santo, and alluring leather. Now, to me, it just smells like luxury hotel lobby soap with like a woody aspect to it. Regardless though, I would just call this a very soft, clean, woody fragrance, perfectly unisex, and it smells luxurious. That's the way I would describe this, and I love it. I think anybody can wear this, and even in like the warm weather, I think this would actually be appropriate. Anyway, so these are from the maker. If you haven't checked them out before, definitely recommend doing so. And thank you again, Rose and Nicole, for meeting with me and for sending me home with such beautiful gifts. I also picked up this hat from Aloe. If you have been following me, you know I made my own hats like this. And they never made it to production just because I couldn't find a manufacturer that could do it. And I found it and I was like, all right, cool, I'll pick it up because mine are actually gone. They're all with manufacturers around the world who can't make them and I'm not getting them back. So I picked this one up and I love a hat like this. This would be like my sun hat, my Florida hat. This might be silly to you, but I love the way it looks. It's super fun. So this is coming with me to Florida. This will be my beach hat, hanging out by the pool, whatever, just keep the sun off of my face. Also, when I was at Reigning Champ, I discovered this beautiful like cotton striped button-up shirt. And I was like, you know what? I want this. I've wanted a shirt like this for a while. I actually have a very similar dress shirt, but it's more of like a poly material and it's way more oversized. This is very, very, I would say fitted and true to size. I tried it on, I liked it. It's a cool piece to layer with. I can also just wear this with like a pair of shorts and call it a day. So I picked this one up. I love the color of it and I'm a huge fan of shirts like this. So I had to grab it while I was there. And again, if you follow me, you know I make tank tops, or at least I did for a while. And then again, kind of got stuck up at a few roadblocks and I haven't been able to make them since, but we are working on it. The reason I made tank tops is because I've never been happy with a tank top in my life. They all suck. None of them are the right shape. They're all the wrong fabric. I hate them all, basically. And I was at Cotton the other day and I was like, you know what? Everyone raves about their tank tops. I'm gonna pick some up, I'm gonna try them, and I'm just gonna see how they are, see what the competition is doing. And to be fair, they're not bad. Like the quality of the fabric is incredible. Obviously, it's a totally different shape than mine, and I think that's the biggest thing that I don't like about tank tops is the shape, almost more so than the fabric, because I hate to promote like waste, but if you get sick of a piece of clothing or it gets ruined or shrunk, you can always buy it again. But it's the shape that really gets me. So I don't love the straps on this and I don't love how revealing the chest is. This is just a preference of mine with tank tops. I think it looks way better when done in the way that I did it. But these are really nice feeling tank tops. It's Egyptian cotton, super soft, very casual. I actually got a large so I can just wear them loose and not have something super restricting on me, just more of a casual layering piece. And then I went ahead and also picked it up in black. I tried it on and you know what, it was fine. It didn't blow me away, but they were like 38 bucks and I was like, okay, I'll try it out. I'll give them a chance. I'm gonna bring them to Florida with me. Just because my tank tops, I've had for like 2 or 3 years now. And you know, like they're great quality, but they've been through the wash like at least 50 times. And it hasn't even ruined them. I'm just saying that because like they don't feel like fresh and new anymore. And I just wanted a fresh new tank top. So I picked these up, not my favorite shape, and I probably wouldn't buy them again. All right, I almost forgot 2 more things that I purchased and they're like big ones. So let's talk about that. I'm actually gonna start with the first one. This one's not so big, it was like 250 bucks. But that is the necklace I'm wearing around my neck. This is the tinsel chain from Isabelle Marant. And she's a really, really cool designer. It almost looks like it's sparkling, even though it's not. It's just these tiny little pieces of metal all interwoven with each other. And I've wanted a necklace like this for a little while, so I picked it up. I thought it was great. So I bought this off Essence, and I also got these. And you may have seen me talk about these, but I haven't talked about them much on YouTube yet. These are the Maison Margiela Tabby boots, and I got them with the 1.5-inch heel or the 3-centimeter heel. This is what they look like. I've already gotten some good use out of them, as you can see by the sole. I love the way that these wear in. A lot of people are like, oh, get the Vibram soles on there. And no, I'm just gonna use them. I'm just gonna use them the way they were intended to be used and roll with it and see how they wear. I think it looks really cool. I've been wearing these a lot lately and I love the way they look with my jeans. So what I wanna say about these very quickly before I move on is these are hands down the most comfortable boot I've ever worn in my life. Now I've been wearing Red Wings and Iris Setters for years for work. I've tried any kind of mock toe boot you can imagine, especially for work. I also have the R Legacy Camions. I've tried some Doc Martens, which are notoriously uncomfortable. And then I've done like, you know, the Uggs and all that stuff. Now, Uggs don't really count because they're not like a boot like this is. All of that in consideration, these are still the most comfortable boot I've ever worn, and I attribute all of that comfort to the supple leather. This is like, I know it's weird, but it smells fantastic. Like this smells like the highest quality leather I've ever owned, at least in a piece of clothing or something. It just reminds me of like a new car. It's just beautiful and it's so soft, and it basically feels like you're wearing a sock. You might think that the toe is uncomfortable. You don't even acknowledge it when you're wearing them. It's weird to say, but you don't notice it. If anything, it's actually really comfortable, like hugging your big toe like that. Maybe for a really, really long walk, like 10 kilometers or something, you'd be like, all right, I'm tired. But from the normal use and wear and tear that I've put these through already, they're great. I have no issues whatsoever, and I'm actually really, really pleased with that. They also have this unique way of closing. These little tabs, you just kind of hook in here, and that's how you shut the boot. Very, very happy to own these. I love them, and I think they just add like a really cool flavor to an outfit. So these are probably my most favorite and most expensive pickup in this entire video. And the last clothing pickup, I almost forgot again, are my Acne Studios jeans. I actually picked up 2 new pairs. I don't believe I've talked about them yet. I'll keep it brief just in case I have. I picked up the Acne Studios 2021 M loose fit jeans. I have the first pair I bought was this like faded washed color, which I really love and still love to death. And then I was like, I want something a little lighter for summer. So I picked up these in blue, and I'm obsessed with them. And I also picked them up in their black as well. So I have the 3 different colors, and I'm really trying to minimize my jeans and my wardrobe. I've gotten rid of almost all of my other jeans and all of my other denim, with the exception of these 3 and some Uniqlo pieces. They're my favorite jeans I've ever owned, hands down. So I had to buy 3 pairs of them. And yes, I bought them with my own money. All right, moving on to the part of the video where I talk about the things I picked up for the house. Now, there's a lot of stuff that has changed in here and will continue to change over time. But let's talk about some of the things I picked up recently and I'm super excited about. I think I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. The first piece that is new that I haven't directly spoken about is the USM Holler Open Media Console. This black console behind me is actually 2 separate pieces squished together. This I got from Design Within Reach. They are incredible. They have all these amazing designer pieces. They have one store in Canada. It happens to be in Toronto. I will put a link for this down in the description. This has been a grail piece of mine forever. I actually only decided to go with this one because we needed a media console for the TV, and in all our renderings we did that and it looked really good. But I actually think I really prefer or want the taller one that we can utilize as like a coffee bar or a space for our record player. So in the future, I'll probably do that, maybe in a different color. But for now, this is absolutely incredible. It is mind-blowing. The quality is 10 out of 10. And I just love the way it looks. It's timeless. It's like a little bit industrial. It's modular, and it has these cupboard doors that open up, they soft close, and you can just hide your things away nice and neat in there, which I appreciate. So this for me was a huge, huge, huge addition to the house, and we absolutely love it. I think it is so cool. It also looks great with the TV on it. We're gonna play around with the layout once the couch arrives and we get a new rug and stuff, and maybe it'll end up in a different spot, but for now, I'm gonna stay there, and I can't be more excited about it. It's absolutely crazy. I wanted to save the best for last, but I think I'm just gonna get into it right now, and that is over my shoulder, and that is that bad boy right there. That is the Snoopy lamp from Floss. Again, from Design Within Reach, and I will link to it down in the description. This lamp was the first designer lamp I ever discovered. And when I saw it, I was so intrigued because it's such a cool looking lamp and it's so unique. I had to have it. And then I saw the price tag and I was like, oh, I guess I'm not getting that. Now I'm at a point in my life where I am so fortunate to be able to afford some of the things I like, but also to be able to work with brands like this and get things like this in exchange for my services, or even sometimes for free. This lamp is no exception. This was, again, from Design Within Reach. Just making my dream come true, really, to acquire this piece is crazy. This is something I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, and I don't know what gets me so excited about lamps. It's like lamps and fragrances and clothes. Like, I just go crazy, man. So this, again, is the Snoopy lamp from Floss. It's just a stunning work of art. The design is incredible. It's iconic. It weighs a ton. This thing has to weigh over 20 pounds. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's hard to tell now, but what I love about the lamp is it actually shoots light upwards as well. So at nighttime, it almost adds a little bit of height to the room. We'll try and add a shot of that in here so you can see. So again, if you want to check it out, it's at Design Within Reach. If you have the money, or if you want to save up, or set some goals for the future for some pieces like this, check out Design Within Reach. I will link it down in the description. All right, and the next one up is another lamp. I don't know if I spoke about it on YouTube yet, so I will just touch on it briefly. And it is this beautiful Louis Poulsen Pantella floor lamp. This thing is sitting right beside me right now. and it is so nice. When we got this, I've never been more excited. It's just beautiful. It's elegant, it's beautiful, it's like curvaceous. We have a color changing bulb in there so it can glow in any mood or color that you want. And again, when I saw this lamp, I was like, one day I'll have this. So this was sent over from Louis Poulsen. Incredibly generous of them. They didn't even ask for anything in exchange, but we did some really cool photo shoots for them and a lot of sort of editorial style stuff on my Instagram that you can check out just to show my gratitude and as a thank you. My girlfriend and I actually named her Stevie. We wanted to give it a girl name, but we didn't want it to be basic, and she chose Stevie, and I think Stevie is the perfect name for this lamp. Let me know what you think down below if you like the name Stevie. All right, and the next recent pickup, these 4 metal shelves that I got from Amazon. I will link them down below. I think they're like incredibly great for the price, to be honest. I think they're like $35 each, and we are slowly revamping our coffee bar. This area has been a mess forever. It had a chalkboard wall, a shitty shelf on it before. So we're trying to clean it out, make it more minimal, make it more sleek. And I saw these shelves and I was like, okay, this could be a good opportunity to sort of elevate this space. So I went on Amazon, I picked up 4 of them, and I just laid them out side by side on the wall, and I think they look really great. Once this coffee bar comes together and we get a new espresso machine and we tidy things up and get a new fridge, I think it's gonna look like $1 million. But for now, I'm really happy with the way it turned out with these shelves. They were really easy to install. They also have an option to install them without screws. It comes with this like glue that you can use. So if you're not super handy or you don't have any studs or you don't really know how to work a drill or any power tools, you can put them on your wall without any of that. And I think that's really great. So again, I'll link that in my Amazon storefront down below for you if you are interested in hanging up shelves like this yourself. All right, I picked up a few more things. We're almost done, and they are for the house, but they're more of like a self-care item. The first one is this hand soap from Diptyque. Now, if you know Diptyque, you know they are just an incredible brand all around and have things that smell amazing and feel luxurious. This is no exception to that. It's got this beautiful glass bottle here. This is the most money I've ever spent on soap in my life, which is so dumb, but we were given a sample of this last time we were at Louis Poulsen, and I used it and I was like, holy shit, this is nice. Because we use the Aesop soap all the time, and I find the exfoliating beads in there amazing, but also you don't want that every time you wash your hands. So having something like this, it's soothing and softening and smells absolutely ridiculous. Had to pick this up, and I'm really excited to have this. All right, we picked up 2 more things, and one of them is this candle. This is called the Essence of John Galliano, and it smells absolutely incredible. If you don't know, John Galliano is a fashion designer. He actually worked as the creative director for Maison Margiela for a while. I don't know if he's still there. I think he left last year. And I don't know how this came to life, but this is, I guess, his candle or something he designed. It smells like you're in an old cabin. Let me try to describe this. It smells like a log cabin in the woods that you are entering in the morning, and the fireplace was running last night, but it's not on today. So it smells like the charcoal and the coals from the fireplace in this old log cabin, and it smells a little vintagey, like there's like a vintagey leather there, like there's some torn vintage leather chairs around. It smells like it's not from the 2000s, like maybe like the early 1900s or something. So a little bit dirty, a little bit natural and woody, charcoaly, ember, fire, smoky. And Val, my girlfriend, said it kind of smells a little bit like meat, which maybe a little bit, like you cooked meat in that fire the night before or something. I know what she means, but yeah, this has like a really spicy, woody, smoky, log cabin, vintagey leather, subtly meat smell to it. And it's literally ridiculous, and it's so incredible, and it's unique, and I don't think it's for everybody, but when I smelled it, I was kind of blown away. I bought my best friend the room spray of this, and I was like, well, we already have our own room spray, so I'll pick up the candle. So I just picked this up, and we've used it a little bit so far. I absolutely love it. So if you ever get a chance to smell it, and if you have smelled it, let me know what you think down below, because maybe I'm way off in my description, but I think I've got it. I think I've narrowed it in quite well. I don't know. And I picked up one more from there. This one is called Eucalyptus. I wanted something a little more fresh, a little more light for the house, just to make it smell clean in here. And I will say that this smells a little more woody than you would expect. Off of the, like when you just smell the candle, it smells like eucalyptus, a little bit of rosemary. So it almost smells like cooking in a way, like a little bit of like subtle cooking herbs that way, and less like pure eucalyptus, but it still smells fresh, it still smells clean, and I absolutely love it. And the more I'm burning it, I'm finding the more it is smelling just like eucalyptus, as opposed to initially when it was like a little woody and a little rosemary vibes going on. But Diptyque has amazing candles, and I think they all smell really, really good. So I'm happy to pick them up every now and then when I go into the store, just because we like to burn candles every now and then. We like the house to smell good. And we haven't had any for a while. So I was like, okay, well, we need to get some candles. Like, let's make it happen. So we did, and those are the two that we chose. And that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for checking back in and watching another recent pickups video. It means the absolute world to me that you guys are here. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know down below what your favorite item of today's video was, if you have any of these, and what your thoughts are on them. I'm always curious to know what you guys think. I'm doing my absolute best to pump out content for you. I know a lot of you want like my favorite essentials video. That is coming. I'm just waiting for a contract because we have a sponsor for that video. So once that is done, then I can start filming. I don't ever start filming anything until it's in writing and signed. So that is why it's taking so long. So I apologize for that. Bear with me. As always, thank you so much for being here. I love you. If you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. If not, it's all good. I'll see you on the next one anyway. I love you. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.